tough news yesterday, Jack, for all United fans. Poor old Dennis Law passing away.
Dennis Law, yeah.
What an absolute legend. I was chatting to...
Scored the goal that relegated you.
I was saying it to someone last night. Yeah, true. I was saying to someone last night, like, not many players in the world will get a statue built outside their stadium, but of that many, a fraction will get a statue built outside a club like Manchester United or Liverpool or Real. You know, you have to be something spectacular, exceptional, to get that sort of credit. Just when you read his story of his career, like what a player. I mean, coming down as a young fella from Scotland, and it goes to show, like, it's about timing and it's about getting the breaks. He was only a small little skinny whippet of a thing, but he was 15, and apparently a brother or some relation of the Huddersfield manager was up in Aberdeen and saw him playing for a local club and said, geez, this lad has something about him. You should take a punt, and this lad, he's going to do well, even though he was only 15. And they were saying in below, when he arrived, they all thought, like, he's obviously going to play with the youth team or something. He's only a child, like, he was like 15, I think, but he was 5 foot nothing, skinny as a rake. And who was assistant manager of Huddersfield when he went? Bill Shankly.
Oh, yeah.
Really, yeah.
Another Scot, of course. So himself and Shankly took him under his wing, used to bring him off to feed him. He was sent off to eat steaks and not fatten him up, but bulk him up.
Bulk him up, yeah.
Oh, chance here,
but they were saying at the first few trainings, like, that this guy was arriving in, and they're all thinking, what's the kid doing here? Like, he shouldn't be with the men's team. And they said after 5 minutes, oh yeah, fair enough. They said speed, technique, the whole lot. They said they said they'd never seen anything like it at that age. So Shankly took him under his wing, I think, and Shankly was there for, I think, a good few years. And then Shankly ended up, I think, getting the move to Liverpool. And believe it or not, Dennis Law wanted to follow him to Liverpool because he wanted to go with Shankly.
He looked after him, yeah.
It's amazing that didn't happen then.
So what happened was Liverpool were skint. And Dennis Law had built up, Law was banging in the goals at this stage for Huddersfield. So his value would obviously skyrocketed, even though they were down to divisions. But Liverpool couldn't afford to buy him. So Manchester City and Arsenal, I think, came in for him, and he went for City. And he said the manager just convinced him to go. The manager had something about him. He just said he believed in their project, so he went there. Now he did brilliant at City, and then he went to Italy for a year or two, and eventually came back. Then United came and signed him. And hit the ground running, but it's just funny. Like, he would have been part of a 3-man attack there at United, where each of the 3 of them would have been European Footballer of the Year, which was, you don't see that too many times
in one club.
Who were the other two?
Charlton
and Best.
Yeah. So there was 3 of them in the United side who won European Footballer of the Year. So actually they their golden year there, but. Yeah. And then obviously his fate would have it. I think a new United manager came in, and for whatever, Law was shoving on at this stage now, but manager told him he didn't want him. He was going to be released on a free. So he went back to Man City. Man City said they'd love to have him back. So obviously, because he'd history there, he went back. And the last league goal he scored of his career was the backheel to relegate United.
Yeah.
The most
as he says himself.
Celebrate it,
true. Look, he says himself he just threw a heel at it. He didn't expect it to go in, but it nested in. Now look at the other side of it too. Is striker's instinct kicks in. You get a chance.
You're a pro. You have to act as a pro. There's no place for sentiment in sport. And
the other side of that is you're looking at a guy in the sideline who decided to sell you, so you're going to want to stick it to him. Now he didn't celebrate the goal. Obviously he wouldn't, but. The King Dennis Law, an absolute just and he would go on into bulk up, and I think he got up to 5'9" or something. But
he made I was saying
he was strong as an ox, but he was some man to win a header too.
United team from 1960 forward. He had him centre forward, so he left out Cantona, he left out Rooney, he left out Van Nistelrooy, and picked Dennis Law in a front 3 with Ronaldo and
that kind of says a lot too when you're leaving out guys like that.
Actually, it was interesting what he said about Charlton, and he said he played with him obviously, but he said, you're playing midfield with someone and you're trying to give him an option and blah blah. He said, if it was any other player doing what Charlton did, you'd absolutely ball him out of it, because he said you'd be wide open. He says,
Yeah.
you're just not getting the ball because he's just gone around 4 fellas and hitting a shot from 40 yards into the top corner.
Yeah.
Why
He
would
said
he
it
pass
was
off when he could do it
insane.
himself?
He said he didn't need him.
Yeah.
He was able to do it all himself. He said any other player he played with needed him to make a move or show for him or,
Yeah.
give the 1-2. Or he said Charlton was the one player he said that actually he didn't need him beside him. Like.
I was talking to a man only last night who saw Best, Charlton and Law play
Saw them
in
all
the
in
flesh.
action, yeah.
And
Yo, lad.
yeah, he was at. He saw
I remember him talking
saw
about Dennis
twice.
Law before. Yeah,
He
had
went
chat with
over
him about
twice
him.
to see him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think actually one of the times he went over was the season they'd been relegated, so they were in the second division. He went over that year to see him too. But he was saying Charlton's thump of a ball was just insane.
Yeah, he was saying the damage he'd probably do now with the ball that's
Exactly.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
with the ball
Can
that's
you
there now,
imagine?
you're talking like Hedgie. Imagine the likes of a Hedgie having a pop with a ball like that.
Yeah.
But it was sad news to hear poor Dennis Law's gone.
But
Yeah.
sure, I suppose they're just getting to that age, aren't they?
But isn't that like even
What
saying
age
that
is he? He
about,
must have been fucking
84.
80. Yeah, I was going to
but
say.
even
he's
saying
into
that
his
about
80s.
he was
Law,
84,
Law
yeah.
coming through at like what 15 years of age, and we were talking earlier about Yamal and like isn't it
Yeah,
mad?
yeah.
Like it's strange like those things actually were happening then as well. I suppose.
But you're right, Jack. Like, and 15 at a time when you could literally get boxed into the face.
Yeah,
like a way tougher time
yeah.
of it.
Yeah,
like,
way tougher. Yeah.
But what?
But they grew up tougher too, like.
They
Do you know
did,
what I mean?
yeah. But sure, they were lads at 15 years of age. Lads were full
Sure,
time
they were
work.
fucking working.
Well,
You were
even that-
in
yeah, you
shipyards.
you were on
and-
the buildings.
Yeah,
you were on
probably-
fucking.
shipyards and whatnot.
Nowadays,
You could have been
if you-
doing a lot worse than playing soccer. Like you could be down the mines or fucking. Do you know?
Yeah,
Nowadays with Jamal even they were probably looking after him, or players would be like, oh, take it easy on him. I'd say back then Law was probably getting fucking tackles flying
But sure,
in.
the other side of it too, right? I think he was on £3 a week, and the digs were 2, or was it 4 a week he was on, and the digs were 2, and he used to send his mother £1. So he said he had to survive for the week. He says on £1,